Hey there, my name is Simon Arias, and a friend of mine, Mike Vasu, thought the best way for me to share my vision and my mission versus through social media or an email or a text would be just for me to kind of give a small couple minutes on why we're doing what we're doing. So the program that we're starting in Youngstown is called Inspiring Minds. It was a gentleman that I met in the process of donating. Every month I donate to different charities, and one of the charities I fell in love with, and I bought into an individual that lived right outside of my hometown of Youngstown, Ohio, and had some great results with the kids that he was investing his time into for the last 9 years. This man, after he got out of the NFL and graduated college, dedicated his life to working with inner city children, and he's had just a ridiculous impact. And I was blown away when I walked into his program and was faced with kids that were shaking my hand and making eye contact and calling me sir. Because I had been in the midst of those people. I grew up around a lot of kids that were in a tougher neighborhood and tougher situation, and I came in there, walking in there thinking I was going to have to be mentally prepared, because these 10-year-olds, they'll test you nowadays. They're tough. So I walked in there and it was completely opposite of what I thought it was going to be. Everybody was so respectful. Everybody was getting educated. Everybody was efficient. So I fell in love with the program. And it went from how can I donate to how can I start to pour my life into this? How can I pour hours of my time into this thing so we can make an impact not only in my hometown of Youngstown, Ohio, which needs it so bad and has always been close to my heart to go back to Youngstown. Those of you that don't know me, I was raised in Youngstown, Ohio. Single mom, was in and out of juvenile for a short period of my life and made some tough decisions, and was blessed enough to play football and go to college and graduate and have some success right now with American Income Life. And here we are 9 years later, and forever it's been on my heart to go back. So often we leave an area and only to leave people to fend for themselves. And Bernard Rappaport, the founder of our company, always said that if we take out of a community, whatever you take out of a community, you should be willing to put something back into that community. I took a whole lot of great things along with some tough street knowledge that I learned from Youngstown. I learned some positive and some negative things in Youngstown, but I think it's time to go ahead and pay some back. It's time to give back. So that's the mission right now. But any of you that know me know that my mission isn't going to stop there. It's not just going to be to help some kids in Youngstown. It's going to be to help kids in all over where I have influence. The next place is going to be in Pittsburgh and other cities. I've been in business now for 9 years and own my own business for 7 years, and we've expanded into 10 offices in 4 different states. That's exactly what I plan on doing with the children's program, is expanding into different states, different cities, and continue to make an impact. Because what I found now is that true success, on top of driving nice cars and being married and having the family that I want and making the money that I always dreamt to make, is it's not enough. There's always going to be a spot in us that I think is innate, that you're never going to be fully happy until you're reaching your potential, paying it forward, and helping other people. That's going to be our mission. That's my mission, and it can only happen when other people come together. I just did a message the other day on the power of 2s and 3s, because there was a study on one horse was able to pull 4,500 pounds of weight, and the other horse pulled something similar, 4,500 pounds of weight. So together they pulled 9,000. But they tied those horses together and had them pull, and they pulled 12,000 pounds worth of weight. They pulled more together than they were ever able to accomplish by themselves. So I'm going to be able to pull my weight. I've been blessed in different ways financially to where I'll be able to pull some of the pounds that it's going to take necessary to help these kids in Youngstown. But my vision is way beyond that. It's way bigger than that. And I think that there's no better way than to pour into a kid's life that right now can be impacted, that could be molded. Who's to say that one of those kids you invest your time into, or you invest a couple dollars into, doesn't go on to be the next President of the United States, or the next great attorney, or the next great coach? It's somebody that you can look back on and say, Man, was my $100, was that better off spent buying a round at the bar? What dumb things have I spent my money on? This is how I started to be encouraged to help other people in part ways, you know, with a couple dollars. Was I looked at some of the things that I spent my money on that wasn't helping anybody else and was kind of selfish. I would not bat an eyeball at buying a pair of tennis shoes for $150, but really would have to think it over for donating $150 to help a child. And that's not me guilting anybody into anything. I'm just saying that was the way that I looked at it. So after a friend of mine, this is impromptu, none of this is scripted, this is all off the cuff, coming from my heart. I didn't want it to drag out to where it was 10-15 minutes, but in a small snapshot in about 5 minutes or so, I wanted to just kind of give you our mission, our heart, what I'm looking to do right now, and ask for everybody, if you can, get behind us. The more people that show, the more people that show support, the more things that we can start to do, and the more that we're going to be able to help people. So guys, I thank you for the few minutes it took to take a peek at this stuff, and I appreciate all the support and all the help. Thank you.